Paolina Greco, Montagnier Greco. And I live in North Brisbane. And I volunteer everywhere, I think. I started to look after a lady with a little disability in 2006. And then I became her guardian. She had a fall, a cause of that fall. She had to go in the nursing home. So that's how I started. Later on, I started with the Co.As.It. But first I started with this lady and look after her. Then I met another lady to go to the nursing home. And so we met together, and the three of us, we used to go and visit 3 different nursing homes.
Right. My name's Ruth Allison, and I come from Windsor, in the north part of Brisbane. And I work with the Italian community, with the elderly, and I've done that now for 15 years and thoroughly enjoy it. I was brought up, start off with, in India. My parents were in India and then stuck there during the war. So when the war ended and India went independent, my parents came back and got their first job, etc. It's when I finished school that I thought, oh, now what do I do? University wasn't for a couple of months or so, if I got in. And I asked the French teacher if she knew anyone I could perhaps go to. And she said, French is my second language, but a third language, Italian's my second, but I certainly know people in Italy. So that's how it started. I went for the holidays knowing nothing, and I must have spent at least 2 years. South Italy suffered a lot during the war. That was a very important sort of stage. And so when they were telling me about things like that, I understood where they'd come from and how difficult it then was. But then they could all go to Mass on Sunday and meet each other. And then they could have coffee, arrange to have coffee.
My name is Carmela Bozzi. I live in Brisbane, in Chermside, and I volunteer as a soloist in the churches of the Jubilee Parish at Newmarket, Rosalie and Little Flower Church. Also, I am involved in the production of the Italian magazine Rintocchi, and in the role at the moment as an editor and the proofreading and just looking at the final outlay of every edition. And I am the director, la maestra, del Coro Sant'Alfio. We've been together for the last 30 years. And recently, in December, I was elected by the community to be a member of the Comites, the Committee of Italians Abroad, Comitato Italiani all'Estero, and I volunteer there as well. And beside this volunteering, my work takes me as a soloist to sing at weddings and funerals.
Because I saw the need for it. I saw people was looking after to a visit. So I thought, oh, when that lady goes, I'm not doing anymore. But I couldn't stop. So I keep going because I think to see those faces when you visit, radianti, che aspettano, they wait for a word and tell you and talk to you from where they come from, why they come from, why they come in Australia, We had a work, nostalgic. So I thought it's good.
15 years ago. And I've enjoyed it. I like them telling me things. My life goes round Wednesday. The family's life goes round. They don't do anything for Wednesday because Mum won't be there. And friends don't ask me for coffee on a Wednesday because for 15 years they've learned I won't be there.
I was 19 when I came to Australia in 1979. And then straight away I got involved in teaching Italian with the TAFE courses and with Co.As.It, which had just started the insertion classes. And then in 1983, we started the Italian Mass. I was invited to be part of the Italian Mass at St. Dimpness in Aspley. And that, after that, there was the formation of the Italian Catholic Federation, the FCI. Then I became president of it, secretary for many, many years. And so whenever there was sort of a need or a situation changed, somehow I happened to be there, and I was always surrounded by beautiful, generous people, dedicated people.
I'm happy to see her. I went last Friday to see her, and she was so happy, embraced me. But all the other people, they was playing with the ball and so on, and they all come to me and said, "Oh, I'm coming from Rome. Oh, I come from Abruzzo." And they want to talk and say everything. It was lovely.
No, I like it. And my husband says, "No, you'll go back next year." Because he knows that I kind of am invigorated by it. So it's good, and I am. I just say, go for it.
I am not sure I can say that I've actually chose to do this. I see a pattern in my life where I'm usually called to do something or to help in one way or in another, always trying to keep the community together. They were not just coming to the Mass. That was the reward. We would end up the day being very, very tired. But having met new people or listened to their stories, or even when I meet sometimes my children from the Italian classes, and they come to me, they still call me Signora Bozzi, and they come with their children. Even the other day, I had to sing to a funeral, and this young man now said to the daughter, "This is Signora Bozzi, she taught me Italian." Yeah, they're the little things that really are nice.
I went to Italy for 4 months. I didn't go. So when I come back, I said, "Hi." And she recognized my voice, and she was so happy. And when I said, I didn't come because I went to Italy, and she started tear. So dementia doesn't mean anything. Sometimes they really recognize and be happy.
So it was June 2019. I was awarded the Order of Australia Medal. And I remember when we were in the presence of the governor, when he was distributing the medals, there was a gentleman calling out the motivation. And when he said for services to he mentioned all my involvements with the community, and then generally as service to the Italian community. That's where my heart really went beating fast, because you're in a room with so many important people. You think, what am I here for? But then I felt the whole community was there beside me. I felt it was not me receiving the medal, but it was the Italian community. Being involved in the Italian community was recognized by the Australian government, and that was a very special moment. It was a very special moment.
And you know what? I'm not driving, but I get there. I used to get the bus. Look at the bus. Yeah. And now my daughter takes me, or my son, and then I find my way home. For me personally, satisfaction to see these people give something. I didn't care if I don't get anything back, but to give something to them make me feel happy.